Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, it looks like Mother Nature has finally made up her mind. We definitely have had warmer weather hit this past weekend, and as each day goes by, we continue to get warmer and warmer and lose more and more ice. And that's the main thing. A lot of lakes now along and south of I-90 are completely ice-free. Areas to the north are gradually losing their ice. And that's where really guys are catching fish. A lot of people right now are having a lot of luck casting jigs and plastics, jigs and minnows, and even a few crankbaits along the ice edge or in an inlet or someplace like that, such as Lake Ponson. Guys are catching a few walleyes up at Stone Bridge, Thompson, down the south end. Also, Madison has been doing fairly well. Twin Lakes, which is the trophy lake, guys have been catching fish there, especially in the late afternoon and evening hours. And then also Island's been doing okay depending on the day, and then also Lake Vermilion. Up in the northeastern part of the state, a lot of the lakes are still iced up, but they're starting to really head south as far as ice conditions are concerned. So you really have to be careful up there. And as the warmer weather hits, again, that ice sheet is going to go away pretty quick. So keep that in mind. As far as the river action is concerned, the Big Sioux guys have been catching a few walleyes out there, again using jigs and minnows or jigs and plastics. But the high water and the fast-moving water really has affected the bite there. And then Missouri River, guys are really going out there, the entire family going out there and having some luck, depending on the day, using jigs and minnows. And honestly, now they're starting to spawn. So I think the rock bite or the shallow bite in the late afternoon and evening hours will definitely be picking up over the next week or two. And how you do that is either use jigs and minnows, but also throwing floating wraps really work well. So keep that in mind over the next week or so. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about spring fishing and honestly how easy it is as far as the tackle is concerned. As I've mentioned in the report section of this video, guys are catching a lot of fish using jigs or minnows, jigs and twister tails, or jigs of some sort of with plastic tails. So the whole key is that you don't have to use a lot of tackle to have success out there on the lakes this time of year or the river system. Really all you have to do is take a jig, and you can use a twister tail. I think that's the best way to start right now. And sometimes tip that with a minnow, but let the fish tell you. If you use the jig and the minnow first and it doesn't work, try a jig and a twister tail, and vice versa. And also this time of year, bright color seems to work best. But really it all comes down to how you work that jig and whether or not you let the jig bounce and hit the bottom and lift up every once in a while, or you just do a slow retreat. Again, let the fish tell you what they prefer. But this time of year, this is the jig time of year, and there's plenty of great jigs out there from VMC. Also, Kalen's now has the Google Eye jig. Stop on by and take a look at that. Otherwise, there's just the traditional lead-headed jigs out there that work very well, such as the ones from Northland or even Kalen's as well. So stop on by, and also you can see all the great selection of plastics that we have here at the store. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And before we end this report, I want to remind all of you folks that I know that as ice season is coming to a close, I want to remind you of the Ice Institute next November 9th through the 11th of 2018 at the Sioux Falls Arena. If you're a tackle company or someone that makes their own tackle, the Ice Institute is a great way to showcase the items that you're trying to sell. If you're interested in that, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. My email is todd@dakotaangler.com, so feel free to send me that email for more information. Also, folks, if you're interested in a half flat or a full flat of crawlers and you want it packed in bedding, we do that absolutely free. But give us a call to reserve your flat or half flat before it's too late. Again, that number is 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time. And again, thanks for watching.